how you do anything is how you do everything. I actually heard that in the movie. Some of you might know what movie that comes from. If you know what movie that's from, post it in the comments. But yeah, how you do anything is how you do everything. This quote is going to go hand in hand with what I'm about to talk about. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, but let me ask you something, and just think about it, because this is a question that I've posed for myself as well. What do you do when you have a bad day? How do you handle a bad day? And I don't mean just 24 hours, which is your stereotypical bad day. I'm talking about a bad moment in your life. When something happens, how do you handle a moment where something happens in your life that kind of triggers a negative emotional reaction, a ripple in your timeline, a feeling of you've just been taken off course. You've completely been taken off course by this, because this is something that wasn't expected to happen. You weren't expecting this to happen. So how do you handle it? How do you deal with it? This is a question that I feel really needs to be focused on. And it's a question that you really have to ask yourself. Those out there that are on any type of path, whatever journey that you're on, this is a part of the lesson. Because how you handle your bad moments, how you handle the bad time, is really going to determine how you handle every moment, how you handle every day. How do you deal with it? So let's get back to it. How do you deal with this? What happens to you when something occurs that knocks you off track? A proverbial curveball. What do you do? What do you do? This is a question that I can't answer for you. It's a question that can't even be answered with words. It can only be answered with actions. Because if you let your intrusive thoughts win, and this is where the intrusive thoughts are going to come into play, because this, whatever it is that happens, this negative occurrence that happens to you, it's going to cause intrusive thoughts. You're going to start to doubt yourself. And this is something that you can't avoid. You can tell yourself over and over again, nothing's going to knock me off course. Nothing's going to take me off course. Let me tell you something. There's always something out there. There's always something out there that can happen that can knock you right off course. So what do you do when you're knocked off course? This is something that you have to ask yourself and to answer and to also prepare for. It's not so much something that can be answered. It's something that you have to prepare for. You really have to prepare for the curveballs. You have to prepare for not just the bad days. Everyone's going to have a bad day. Most people can knock off a bad 24 hours because it's 24 hours. There's 24 hours in a day. Okay, you had 8 bad hours at work. You had 6 bad hours somewhere else or whatever. You can knock that off. But we're talking about the moments that go beyond just the day, that go beyond just the week. These are things that often stick with us. Curveballs always stick with us because we never plan it. These are the things that go outside of your plan, that go outside of your motive, your modus operandi. It goes outside of that. So you have to ask yourself, what do I do? What do you do when these things happen? And I can tell you right now, if you're trying to answer that question, you are wasting your time. You're wasting your time because this is something that hasn't gotten here yet. You're trying to answer a question that hasn't gotten here yet. That's the trick. This is something that you have to prepare for. Like I said, they're only answered with actions. It hasn't gotten here yet, but it doesn't hurt to think about it. There's a necessity to bad days. There's a necessity to bad times. I feel personally, and this is just me, you can disagree or agree, whatever, but I feel that bad times and bad moments in your life are really the things that make you stronger. They really do. These are the things that really make you tougher, that it really tests your resilience, and it tests your prep time, your reaction time. How do you react when these things happen? Do you freak out? Do you get stressed? Do you cry? Do you scream? Or do you maintain a level of calmness that you had even through the good times? You didn't get arrogant through the good times. You didn't get arrogant because you understood. Maybe you're one of those that you're that stoic person that understands that these bad times are going to come. They're always going to come. The bad times they're never all the way gone. They're never all the way gone. There's always going to be a new bad situation. And you should not just prepare, but look kind of forward to it. Look forward to times like this, because these are the things, like I said, they're going to test you. And if you pass the test, I'm telling you, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you smarter. It's going to make you more stoic. It's going to make you more prepared for the times down the road. It's going to get you ready. These are the things that really get you ready. Good times, those are things to celebrate. But celebration, that's just a small vacation. Handling those shitty situations, that's where you learn. That's where you learn a lot about not just life, but about yourself. You start discovering new abilities, probably, that you didn't even know you had. You do things that you didn't even know that you can do. It's like being a superhero discovering new powers. You got new powers that you didn't even know you had, man. How did you discover those powers? Probably through bad times, through a stressful situation. And you handled it differently than how you would normally handle it. See, these are the things that show you how much you've evolved or how much you've devolved. And you want to show yourself how much you've evolved, how much you've grown. How much of a proverbial badass you've become as opposed to who you were yesterday. Who you are today is way better than who you were yesterday. That's something you should always thrive to say. That's something you should always thrive to feel. So welcome those bad times. Welcome them. Get ready for them. Look forward to them. It should be to the point where you're damn near excited. Every time something bad happens, it's like, you know what? I'm happy because now I get to really test myself, and now I get to see how much I've learned from the past, and I'm going to take those lessons and I'm going to apply it. Let's apply it to right now. Let's apply it to this bad situation, and let's see how much I can kick this bad situation's ass and move forward. Because in the end, that's what it's about, moving forward. So how you handle those bad days, that's going to determine how you handle every single day for the rest of your life. Always remember, folks, that even though you may not always be in control of the situations around you, you are always in control of yourself. That is what bad times are reminders of. How you handle them is a reminder that you are always in control of you. You're in control of how you handle your emotions, how you acknowledge your emotions, whether or not you want to acknowledge them. You can't always control your emotions. I've said this before, but you can always acknowledge them. And acknowledging your emotions is a great way of it's a way of showing that you are in control of yourself. Even if you don't feel it, even if moments when you're crying, you're allowing yourself to cry. You're not holding it in. You're angry. You're allowing yourself to be angry. That's acknowledging your emotions. This is one of the greatest weapons of handling bad times. Yes, bad times, they're going to make you mad. They're going to make you frustrated. They're going to make you sad. They're going to make you upset. They're going to damn near make you want to fucking scream. But the fact that you acknowledge this, whatever you feel, if you want to act out on that. Acknowledge that. The tears are coming. Let them flow. Let them flow. Let them flow like water. Let that shit flow. Let it out. Never hide whatever emotion you are truly having at that particular moment, because that is going to determine whether or not you ride out this bad moment and keep pushing forward, or you stay dwelling in it. and you don't want to dwell. I don't need to explain why you don't want to dwell. You know why you don't want to dwell in a bad situation. So ride through it. Maintain control of you. Because when you do that, that's going to determine how you handle every single situation. Control is everything. Emotional and mental control. Stay in control. Stay in the driver's seat. I said it before, life is a highway. You are on the road. You are on that road right now. Don't stray off course. Don't take your hands off the wheel. Don't take your eyes off the road. Stay on the course. Handle that bad moment. Ride through it. It's a speed bump. If life's a highway, then you just hit a speed bump. You hit a speed bump. Okay. You might even have got a flat tire. Fix that tire and keep fucking moving. So I mentioned curveballs, and I've mentioned, bad situations. So I want to talk a bit about me. This isn't necessarily a bad situation, but I guess you could say and it really isn't a curveball. It's more so of a milestone that I'm trying to adjust to. Last month, I just celebrated my 40th birthday. 4 decades on this planet. I said it before in another video. It takes 10 years to grow up. And this couldn't be any more true, and this couldn't be any more of a better example. I'm on my 4th decade on this planet. Didn't even think I would make it this far personally. If you know me, you understand why. But I feel different. And I haven't felt this since I've turned 30. And it's odd. It's not odd, but ironic that I talk about, the changes in the decades. 10 years. It takes 10 years, not just to grow up, but to evolve. And you're going to notice this. If you're younger, you're going to notice. If you're older, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. But every decade you evolve and you become something different. You'll feel the difference. You could say over and over again, oh man, I felt 40 for the past 4 years, or I felt 50 for the past 4 years. Once you hit that milestone, you definitely do feel different, because that's how powerful a whole decade is. 10 years, it may not feel like a long time. It'll probably fly by quicker than you know it. But once it comes, once that 10th year hits, you're going to feel it. And I've been feeling it. And I really can't explain how it feels. It definitely feels good. I feel smarter. I know that sounds kind of corny, but I do feel more grown, more evolved in a way to, I guess I'm looking back at everything that I've experienced in my life in these 40 years, everything I've experienced, everything that I've gone through, and the fact that I'm still here, it's still surprising. And when you reach that next decade in your life, you're going to say the same thing. Like, wow, how did I make it this far? If you're 48 going on 50, you're going to say that. How did I make it this far? How did I get this far? If you're even if you're 19 going on 20, you're going to ask yourself, how did I make it this far? Wow, I can't believe it. But I guess it goes hand in hand with how you handle those bad times, because with every decade, there is a string of bad times behind you. And that's where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be behind you. Because once the bad times are over, they're going to be behind you. The only thing you should take from them are the lessons that you learned. And I guess that's where I am. I'm looking back at all the bad times, all the lessons that I've learned, all the people that I've met, all the situations that I've been through, and everything that I've learned along the way. And guess what? I'm ready to learn more. And if you reach that next decade in your life, you should be ready to learn too. Keep learning. Never stop learning. Folks, I want to thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. Also, if you are new to my channel, do not be a stranger. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And in case nobody else tells you, I'll tell you. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Keep it up.